Do you want to live as long as the French and Italians do? Perfect! We've got just the episode for you.
Welcome back to the Weekly Wine Down. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan.
And today we're going to go over 2 dry red wines in honor of Health Awareness Month.
That's right, Alex. We have got a lovely Merlot here as well as a Pinot Noir. And we're going to just go over briefly some of the best benefits of dry reds and which wines are the healthiest for you.
Yeah, and dry reds are my favorite.
Same!
Oh my god!
So we would just like to point out, just right out of the gate, we're gonna live forever. And we love dry reds. It's an anti-inflammatory, good for your heart as well as arthritis. If you have a glass of wine a day, it really does keep the doctor away.
Love it.
As someone who has 2 to 3 a day, I have never felt so good.
I feel super healthy already. Let's just get something straight. Red wine is better than white.
Yes, agreed, completely.
Okay. I'm glad that we agree. Now we can move forward.
For those of you that are white wine drinkers, no judgment there. We also enjoy our whites. But when we're talking about health, it really is those red wines that are going to be the healthiest for you. And a lot of that has to do with the sugar.
Yeah, white wines have so much sugar content, makes it to where they're not going to have all of the I guess it's the grapes that don't have the antioxidants in them, right?
Yeah, because a red wine is fermented with the skin and white is not, a lot of the antioxidants and some of those nutrients you're going to find in the skin of the grape, which already puts red wine at an advantage.
That makes total sense. Most red wines have antioxidants, they have phytochemicals, they have more potassium and
riboflavin.
A word I don't know how to say.
I barely got it out just then.
And niacin.
Yeah, absolutely. The best red wines that we found from our brief research, basic rule of thumb here is that the drier the wine, the better for you. So we pulled together, as we were saying earlier, a Merlot and a Pinot Noir.
So we have a Merlot here, and it is from Washington State. It's a 2018. It's the Velvet Devil. This is one of my go-to brands. First of all, I love the label on this particular wine.
Yeah.
And secondly, I just think it's always a nice one. So it's a good price range. It's about $13 to $15 depending on where you are. This is actually a Charles Smith winery, so it's always a good go-to. It's just a great brand overall.
We also have the Pinot Noir, which is the Reynolds family winery Pinot Noir. I believe it's a 2016, and this is out of Napa Valley.
It's actually a very interesting paradox about the French. And there have been all these studies that have shown that the French actually live longer, even though they have a much higher in saturated fats diet than just about anywhere else in the world. But they drink so much red wine, and they love and tend to go towards those really dry red wines. And it's just fascinating that they've lived longer. And there is actually a Netflix documentary about, is it Santorini, I believe?
I think so.
Yeah, in Italy, where there are some of the oldest people in the history that we've ever been able to record that have lived over 100 years. And the one thing that they all say is that they enjoy a glass of dry red wine.
Yes. At the end of the day, it's always going to be the reds over white. It's got the antioxidant and the anti-inflammatory elements to it, and it's also lower in sugar. It also has the additional nutrients from the skin of the grape. So number one, red over white. And the second general rule
is the drier the wine, the healthier for you.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Because it was Health Awareness Month, we did want to touch on the wines that are healthier for you, because not all alcohol is bad alcohol, and you should remember that every time you're questioning if you should have one more glass of red wine.
Just go for it. We always say the more glasses, the better. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a comment below and like and subscribe. That is the best way for you to help us.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at WeeklyWineD for all the content you don't see in between our episodes.
Yes. And we will see you next Thursday. What about the stems, Morgan? Did the stems have anything?
What about the steps?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I thought maybe. I don't know. Okay, we'll just skip that part. Sorry. Fast forward.
I was like, I don't know.
I have no idea. Okay. So
I didn't know where I was going with
Oh,
that.
why? What's happening?
Everyone's falling apart. Alex is like, I hate everybody.
Get it together!
Everybody!
Okay. We have to a little blurb.
Not necessarily a video, more of a blurb.